Our next speaker is an artist through and through. He is a theater artist, a teacher, a writer, and a public speaker. He is co-creator of the film festival, The Wandering Mercuries, which travel via bikes from Providence to Illinois, making stops in 11 cities. His first theater-devised piece, God Made Me Queer, debuted in 2015. He lives here in Providence and is co-founder of the interdisciplinary Providence-based collaborative, The Low Mountaintop. Please welcome Ronald Kevin Lewis.
Good afternoon.
As you know,
Woo! Hi! Yeah, my name's Ron. I'm an artist and an educator in Providence. And as of next month, I will have 32 years on this wonder-filled rock floating in space. I have found that as I move through this gift of life on this planet, my personal narrative has its utmost value when it intersects and impacts the life of others. This is what drives my artistry: plot, story, interaction, conflict. As a storyteller, I think one of the most important questions we can ask is, what was the moment before? Specifically, I would phrase the question as, what is the story upon my initial encounter of it? The next important question is, how do all of those people, those events, those actions, the inaction, the political moment, the interpersonal moments, how do these inform this moment before me? This moment before you, the one we're all wrestling with in some way. The ground on which I stand is one that is queer, that is Black, and that is Indigenous. Behind me and around me stand legions of Black, Indigenous, and queer ancestors. The faith practices of my people are rooted in the earth. They recognize humanity's kindred and symbiotic relationship to earth, to each other, to our ancestors, and to our future. We are all so intricately linked in this cycle of future and ancestors. We are the ancestors of the future. With all that said, I want to try something with you. I want to raise some energy with you all here today, and I want to send that to the future. So if you will, free yourself of whatever things you have in your hands right now, and simply start to rub your hands together. Rub your hands together, and I want you to put your mind's eye, I want you to put your attention on what you envision for the future. What gifts, what words, what wisdom do you have for our future? And on the count of 5, I want you to say that thing quietly to yourself, in your mind, or as loud as you want. On the count of 5, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
that's it.
So may we set all those things before us. In closing, I'd like to invite us to seek the kind of unity. I'd like us to seek the kind of unity that creates a world in which no one has to go without access to healthy food, healthcare, or clean drinking water. A world in which there is equal access to adequate, sufficient housing and transportation for all who would seek it. A world in which the cost of something is not a barrier to access. May we profess an equality that desires to divest itself from capitalism and the ego-driven endeavor of profit. May the equality we seek Be one of solidarity with communities that are on the front lines of the wars created in the story before us. The wars that continue in our chapters, namely, the wars begun by white supremacy, by capitalism, and by patriarchy. And in doing all this, may we join in the ongoing story that is the repairing of the world. Power to those who seek this. Power